welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Baltimore, things have really gone south on them. Over the course of the last 7 games, they've gone 1-6.
Yeah, and guys, it's difficult with the job that's ahead of them. Anytime a team gets into a funk like the one they're in, getting out of it is really difficult. They seem to be a little bit scattered to me here of late, and I like to see them just come up with a definite plan and stick to that script.
Now the starting group for Baltimore. They've got Bell. Bogdanovich out there with Ball. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Now here's Napier. Pass to Okoro. Back to Napier. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Baltimore. It's hauled in by Bates-Diop. And the Liberty with possession. The pass to Gibbs. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the NBA, Chris, with a long regular season, we know that. Are there things that can make the season seem even longer or shorter or in between for that matter?
Yeah, Kevin, well, I'll tell you what, the cliche, time flies when you're having fun. We all know that's true. So when you're losing or not seeing eye to eye, that's when the season can really drag on.
Okoro.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Baltimore shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
And Porter drops them both.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here's Okoro. The layup missed. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Picked his pocket. Oh, and here we go. Okoro's got it. The fast break chance. Bell with the block.
Have to be careful around Bell. I mean, he's very talented at reading his man and knowing when to go after blocks.
A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Okoro with it. Passes to Napier. Beyond the arc. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He understands they're facing a team that can put up points in a hurry. He said they need to put forth a great effort defensively to prevent scoring runs. They can't afford to let those guys get hot and stay hot. We'll see who wins the battle of wills here tonight.
All right, David, sounds like they're very concerned about preventing an early run by their opponent.
No doubt. You don't want to play catch-up. if you can avoid it. They're going to lean on their defense to try to keep this game in check.
It'll take tremendous energy and focus any day, but if they can stay locked in, they give themselves a good chance to get the win.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Porter's got 7.
And you already see the great range. A calling card of Porter's, even back in high school, shot 47% as a senior. And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Okoro. A finish. And Okoro throws it down.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Ball, the pass to Cousins. And he banks in the layup.
That's where Cousins is most dangerous, and letting him go to work inside is something they're always trying to make happen.
Napier feeling it out a bit to the middle, and Holmes throws it down.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Outside Porter. Back to Ball. Up top Cousins. Baltimore moving that ball around. Ball no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Okoro, guarded by Porter. Now here's Okoro, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. LaMelo Ball picks one up. First trip to the line for him here.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He dishes it to Cousins. Poked away and stolen by Napier. Oh, and a fast break for Louisville. Pass to Bates-Diop. That puts them in the lead.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
To the paint, here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, it's all about post position for Cousins. I mean, once he has it, the defense is toast.
Here's Gibbs. Here's Okoro.
Oh, nice. He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Now, here's Ball. Feeds to Porter. Just 3 to shoot. That's tipped. Here's Okoro. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Now, here is Bell. Back to Ball. To the inside. Lock at 6. The offensive rebound. Here's Porter. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. And Okoro throws it down.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam. Out to the right wing. Gibbs. A three-pointer off the mark. Baltimore trails by 4. Porter looking it over. Here we go, one-on-one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Louisville, they've been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
So timeout called here, the first for the Barons.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
Portis against Pirtle. And here is Morris. And it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for Louisville. Here's Gibbs. And the rejection by Evans. And it's out of bounds to the Liberty. They'll retain possession. Here's Gibbs. And at last, they get one to fall. And the Liberty lead by 8. Now Morris. Pass to Evans. Back to Morris. 5 to shoot. To end the run, and he lays it up and in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
And look at Pirtle effortlessly dropping the hammer on the D.
So the Liberty, the last game, a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio. They get a hand on it. Boucher with the steal. Okoro passes to Trier. 6 to shoot. Over Roby. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
And Evans throws it down hard.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Here's Trier following the score by the Barons. It's stolen by Martin. And now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. And Okoro pulls it down. Okoro's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Louisville leading by 6. Here's Trier, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Now look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
And here we can check out the score for him. Baltimore shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Gibbs. Tipped away. Evans with the steal. Inside, here's Roby. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Isaac Okoro. Baltimore shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And Louisville making a change here. Bates Diop's checked in. So he gets them both. Here's Trier. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. And Morris has got the ball here for Baltimore. Trailing by 4. And he comes up with the deuce. Morris has got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The pass to Trier, all alone. The shot, no good. And the Barons the other way now. Outside Martin. Outside Portis. Kicks it to Morris. Sinks the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter of the game. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Chalk up 2 there. And now a 3-point Baltimore lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Gibbs passes to Trier. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Evans feeling it out a bit. Outside Portis. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Gibbs passes to Boucher. Here's Trier. It's up a three. Drills the three-pointer. Trier's got the game tied up here for the Liberty.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. The quick look, no good that time.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Here's Trier. And it's sent back by Morris.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Here's Evans. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. For Baltimore, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Trier. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Barons ahead as they end the first quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far, guys, from the Barons.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And the Liberty with possession. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Barons. We've got Monte Morris. Martin is out there with Evans. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Roby in at the 4 slot. Count the basket. Morris has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Baltimore.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Here's Trier. Down low. Here's Bates Diop. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Now, here is Martin. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Morris. Portis in the post. It's blocked. Here's Gibbs, covered by Evans. 14 feet away, and the rejection by Evans. Martin, the pass to Evans. Here's Morris. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D is struggling to keep up.
Here's Gibbs, covered by Evans. Roby with the rebound.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Outside, Martin. Boucher with the ball.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Bates Diop. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas, it must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lores of the game of college basketball.
And Baltimore going with a whole new group out there. And he makes both free throws. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Ball feeling it out a bit. Now here is Bell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Ball dishes to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Whew. He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Now here's Napier. Defense right on him. Here's Bates Diop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Louisville shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Both shots good from the stripe. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Barons. Passes it to Cousins. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Liberty the other way. Right wing. Louisville passing it around. The score now all even. Gafford's got his first points of the game.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Bell. There's Ball with the 3. Rebounded by Holmes. Oh, and a fast break for Louisville. Here's Napier. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Good. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Pass to Trier. Launches it. Baltimore with the rebound. And here is Cousins. 6 points for him. Porter passes to Cousins. The kick out to Porter. Lets it go from deep. But they recover it. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Okoro, he's checked in for Louisville. Outside ball. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
On the wing, Porter. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Porter's got the lead up to 6 now for the Barons.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
Here's Trier. Shoots from the high post. Cousins pulls it in. Baltimore leading by 6. Here's Bogdanovich. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Napier, and the pass to Gafford. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
That one misses. Baltimore leading by 6. Out to the wing. Cousins, no one around him. Here with the rebound.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
Here's Bogdanovich. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And you really got to whack Bogdanovich to stop the basket. I mean, he's that skilled of a finisher.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Rashawn Holmes.
There's no surprise Bogdanovich quickly made an impact in the NBA. I mean, just look at the multitude of championships he's won in foreign leagues.
So Louisville calls timeout. They're first.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
The defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
to the wing right side. To end the drought. It's good, and the Baltimore lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Napier.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Ball, the pass to Porter. And here's Bell from the arc. No good on that one. Now Louisville takes it the other way. Here's Napier. It's blocked.
Well, you couldn't ask for a harder worker than Bogdanovich. It takes a lot of effort to cover a shot that way.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. First one falls for him. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Passes it to Trier. Hands it from downtown. Trier's got 6.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Ball kicks to Bell. Now here's Cousins. Guarded closer. 6 on the shot clock. Buries the 7-footer. 8 points for him.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Pass to Trier. Bell against Pirtle. And the rejection by Cousins.
And one of the things Cousins has continued to develop is defense. Really makes an effort to swat that shot away.
Porter with the steal, and it's Baltimore on the break. And it's denied. They retain possession. Outside ball. Pass to Cousins. Second shot opportunity. Count it. Cousins has got the lead up to 10 now for the Barons.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the paint. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Pirtle's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Outside ball. And Okoro pulls it down. Okoro's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Trier from long range. Baltimore with the rebound.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Timeout called, Louisville.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Baltimore going with the whole new group out there. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Louisville. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. And, of course, the Barons, 2.5 games back.
And you know, for Baltimore, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Oh, we all know talking the talk is easy, but carrying through, that's another story. The naysayers' predictions were basically on point. Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Evans passes to Portis. There's the dish to Morris. Oh, that's blocked. But they get it back. Goes up again.
And you got to give appreciation to how Pirtle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Napier passes to Pirtle. There's the pass to Boucher, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here is Morris. He's got 13. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. Now Pirtle, 6 points for him, and there it is for him. Napier's got 9.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
.130 left here in the second. Morris. And Pirtle sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Oh, and a fast break for Louisville. A pull-up. A Coro shot is off. Baltimore leading by 9. From deep, Evans. And Pirtle pulls it down. Here's Gibbs, defended by Portis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
For Louisville, they've shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. For Louisville, they come in off a loss to San Antonio. Here's Morris. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Louisville trails by 7. Pass to Okoro. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. That one doesn't drop. And the Barons the other way now. Morris looking over the floor. Pass Roby kicks it out to Evans. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 17. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Okoro passes to Napier. Releases. And so it's Baltimore bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Well, for Baltimore, Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Monte Morris. He's been really playing well.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Louisville trails by 7. We've got Okoro. Rashawn Holmes out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Gibbs in at the 2 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. That one drops for him. Napier's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Louisville. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Baltimore. Outside ball. He kicks to Porter. 6 to shoot. Here's Cousins. Bell trying to break loose. No good from Cousins. Now here's Napier. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Bell. Gibbs grabs the board.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Launches a 3, gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 9.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Right side, Porter. The teardrop falls in. And the Barons lead by 4.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Now here's Napier. 11 points in the game. Knocked away and stolen by Bogdanovich. Pass to Porter. Bell against Holmes. Here's Bogdanovich. 5 points in the game. Here's Ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 6-point Baron lead.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Now here's Napier. He's covered by Ball. Bell against Holmes. Okoro wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. Baltimore leading by 6. And Cousins kicks the ball. Back to Cousins. Lets it go from 14. And Baltimore again with the bucket.
I mean, over time, Cousins has worked on different aspects of his game, capable of scoring from anywhere now.
Here's Holmes. Bell with the block. Right side, Porter. And it's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Barons able to retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
The Liberty making a switch here. Trier's checked in. Holmes against Bell. To the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Holmes. Here's Trier. Louisville getting another chance here.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Porter, no luck.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Now, here's Okoro. He started close.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Here's Porter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Louisville. Good on the second free throw. Here's Trier. 6 points for him. And there's the pass to Bates Diop. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Here's Bogdanovich, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Bogdanovich so solid at making defenders feel uneasy. He knows how to get them to foul him too.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and what was like go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend, and if they're in a legal guard guarding position, let them do their job. Eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. Timeout called, Louisville.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
He's checked in for Baltimore. And so it's Louisville with it. It's a 13-point game. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Louisville trails by 16. Here's Trier. 6 points for him. Stolen by Ball. Cousins with it. Passes it to Ball. Kicks to Evans. Baltimore getting another chance here. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Here's Bates Diop. He's got 8. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. For Louisville, they've been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Chris Boucher's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. So he comes up empty, missing both. Baltimore on offense. Right now on a 14-0 run.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Timeout called, Louisville.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
checked in for Jordan Bell. Louisville trails by 18. Throws it up high, and he lays in the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now, here's Ball. He has 6. He tries for 3, and it's Martin missing. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Trier. He's got 6. And Louisville making a change here. Hurdle's checked in. And a switch here also for Baltimore. Morris is checked in. Here's Trier. Ball's knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Louisville. On Friday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Toronto Raptors.
And for that Thunder game, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Baltimore on offense. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. Ball, the pass to Portis. And the wide open shot from Morris. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Bates Diop, covered by Evans.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Evans. And both free throws good for Evans. Louisville trails by 18. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hurdle against Portis. Poked loose. Stolen by Ball. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Evans the basket on the assist by Ball. Ball's got assist number 8 now on the night. And the Liberty with possession. Gibbs passes to Trier. Louisville, no good that time either.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Inside. And Portis throws it down.
And you risk getting dunked on, posterized. I mean, if you let Portis get good positioning, don't be surprised.
Pass to Trier. Knocked loose. Clock at 6. Makes it off the glass. Trier's got his third bucket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Morris. That one falls.
No, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
And another fast break for Baltimore. Shoots the three. They get the rebound. Roby. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
That's his first personal foul.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Roby. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Okoro, he's checked in for Louisville. Napier comes in for Alonzo Trier. Both good from the line that time. And so it's Louisville with it. Now here's Napier. 11 points in the game. And here is Okoro. Over Evans. Okoro's shot is off.
You know what a kind of competitor he is? I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Ball no good.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Here's Napier. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shabazz Stever at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Baltimore making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Barons. Evans left side, three-pointer, but they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Whether Portis can make the leap is still up in the air. He's young and has the potential to be really good in this league.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And so he's able to get one of two. Okoro with it. Morris is there. Baltimore leading by 23. Cousins trying to free himself up. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
A scoreless quarter for him. I mean, you can see by his body language that he's getting discouraged.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Evans at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Bogdanovich is checked in for Baltimore. And he can't hit the second. 1:46 left to play in the third. Knocks it loose and stolen by Bogdanovich. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow. Bogdanovich, a slasher who drives with force. I mean, he's good at making defenders nervous when he penetrates.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. There's 1:34 left in the third. Now here's Napier, covered by Morris. Napier dishes to Okoro. Looking to end his cold spell. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got his 5th assist in this one. Now Morris. He's got 18. Pass to Portis. It's Evans on the wing. Evans has gone 3 of 9 shooting. Here's Gibbs. And he overshot that one, missing. Baltimore leading by 23. Here's Bogdanovich. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Free throw line numbers for him, 6 of 7.
He has come through in a big way at the foul line in this game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Bogdanovich. The Liberty making a switch here. Makura's checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for Louisville. Stops, pops. Baltimore with the rebound. Morris has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Right side, Portis. Again, the miss by Baltimore.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
That's tipped, nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Barron's ahead, running away with this one. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
They're shooting a high percentage, but you know what? We've done a great job making them take non-paint 2s. Do not get discouraged with the shots they're making. We're playing good defense. Problem is, offensively right now, got to take care of the basketball. We got to get good shots.
Obviously imploring his guys, Greg, to be better on the offensive end.
I mean, I agree. The defense has been solid, but they're lacking in terms of being able to score consistently.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Baltimore, Bogdanovich is out there with Morris. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Porter. And it's Bell in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Napier. To the middle. Here's Boucher. It's blocked.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Okoro's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Here's Morris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Louisville. He hits both from the stripe. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Trier. Dishes it to Okoro. Now the pass to Holmes. Here's Trier. Bell with the block. On the wing, Morris. Again, the miss by Baltimore.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Trier. Bell with the block. Bogdanovich against Holmes. It's good.
Such trickery with the floater. When Bogdanovich is making these, you know he's feeling it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the shot is good.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Now, here is Morris. Outside, Porter. And here's Bell from the arc. No good on the shot. And it's the Liberty the other way.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Chris, you played for 5 different teams in your career and a number of different coaches. As you look back, what percentage of great coaching is X's and O's? And what percentage is just inspiring your players and getting them motivated?
X's and O's are probably the most important. You need a coach that can adapt his system to the players on his team, to the teams that are coming up, that can adjust in coaching style. And so I definitely think as far as that, the coaching, the skill set and the play calling is definitely important. And I think motivation has a part to play as well.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Morris. Outside, Porter. Passes it to Bell. Bogdanovich left side. Pass to Porter. 5 on the clock. Over Napier. And there's Porter on the assist from Bogdanovich. Porter's got 23.
You got to admire the awareness Bogdanovich possesses. I mean, solid at realizing when the D has left someone open.
Pass to Holmes. To the inside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here is Morris. To the middle. Here's Cousins. Rebounded by Gafford. And the Liberty with possession. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now, here's Okoro, covered by Morris.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. And Louisville making a change here. Bates Diop's checked in. And Porter drops them both. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Napier with it. Morris is there. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bell. Out of bounds, the Liberty now with possession. Here's Bates Diop. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Porter, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Isaac Okoro.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt, and they got fined.
Take a break. Take a break.
The amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, you know, if I got $200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Looking at who's out there now for Baltimore. Silva's checked in, and Martin subbed in for Jordan Bell. And so he hits both.
A good sign that he's getting to the line a lot here in the second half, putting pressure on the D.
The pass to Okoro. Here's Gibbs. Inside, here's Napier. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Baltimore making a switch here. Roby's checked in. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Passes to Bates Diop. Down low. Passes it to Gibbs. Here's Bates Diop. To the paint. Here's Okoro. Louisville, no good that time either. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Barons. Pass to Bogdanovich. No good on the triple. And the Liberty with possession. Inside. Here's Okoro. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Okoro's got 4 points this quarter.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Ball. And that one is good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
To the inside, Gibbs. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive, looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Good on both. Ball with it. Outside, Bogdanovich. Good on the bucket.
Good decision maker when Bogdanovich sees a chance to shoot from the mid-range, and he takes it.
Now here's Napier. He's covered by Ball. Here's Okoro. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now here's Ball. Tight defense on him. Portis can't get it to go. Portis has gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. For the 3, a nice shot by Okoro. Okoro's got 19 points.
They get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
And Okoro over to help. Here's Bell, and that one is stuffed right through.
I love the authority that Bell showed right there. The D has to push him out of there. Well, this is what's going to happen every time.
Gibbs passes to Napier. Here's Okoro. A 3-pointer, no good. Baltimore leading by 23. Here's Ball down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Rashawn Holmes.
You see the confidence Bell is gaining over time. I mean, he knows he has the ability to score from there.
And it's been said that history is written by the victors. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them.
And remember now, Bell was a 2nd-round pick, and he thought he should have been higher. Plays with a chip on his shoulder. I like it.
Here's Napier. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
And Baltimore calls time here. a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Michael Porter.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He'd finally had enough of their losing streak, and it's going to take something special to regain some kind of momentum. And his effort has been very special tonight. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
That's a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because I think they're on to something if we could get that. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. And Okoro over to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Louisville with it. Napier finds Boucher. Pass to Gibbs. He can't get that one. Ready by Bogdanovich.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ball. And Ball slams it in. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 assists.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And the pass to Boucher. He dishes it to Okoro. No good on the three. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Baltimore. Here's Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that 3 is going to be vital.
A platoon swap here for Louisville. And the second free throw, good. Here's O'Brien. Pass to Gafford. And it's out of bounds to the Liberty. They'll retain possession. Martin's checked in for Michael Porter. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Get open, get open. Get open, get open.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That way.
A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
And so it's Louisville with it, following the bucket by Baltimore. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for your liberty, Daniel Gafford. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, your smartphone, or your computer. Here's Martin. Louisville getting their last shot to go. Shot from 12, and the shot is long. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
The shot's good. Magura's got 4 points this quarter. Baltimore leading by 21. Here's Clemens. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. .133 left in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from the top of the key. Here's Silva. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Barons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Michael Porter.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Shots good by Boucher.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And it's off the back rim, no good. And the Liberty with possession. Gibbs passes to Napier. Now, here's Boucher. And the rejection by Cousins. Bates Diop misses. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Barons. And so the Barons take the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.